All right, let's do it. We're diving deep into that Cowboys Thanksgiving win, the one against the Giants.
Big game.
Yeah, we've got the game recaps, obviously, post-game interviews, even dug up some interesting fan reactions, over on Spider Cowboys General channel,
Always a good spot for some hot takes.
for sure. But we're going past just the final score here, right?
Mhm.
What's the real takeaway? What do we need to be thinking about as we go forward?
Well, I mean, for me, the biggest thing is this was a win with real implications for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I mean, 27-20 against the Giants.
Not a blowout, but
Snapped that home losing streak.
oh, that's right.
So that was big. And then on top of that, it gave them their 5th win of the season. So now they're sitting at 5-7.
Okay, 5-7. That doesn't exactly scream playoffs to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I did see Jerry Jones, I think Micah Parsons as well, saying this keeps him in the hunt, right? How realistic is that? I mean, is that just wishful thinking at this point?
Well, NFC East has been, kind of a wild card this year, right? So anything could happen. They definitely need a lot to go their way, stack up some more wins.
Yeah.
Probably need some help from some other teams, maybe a little bit of luck. But
Yeah.
I mean, this win keeps them in it, at least mathematically.
Mathematically?
It's still possible.
Well, I guess that's all you can ask for at this point, right?
Yeah.
Keep those hopes alive.
Yeah.
Parsons seemed really confident, saying they can turn it around, make a run. But you look at their schedule for the rest of the season, I don't know. What makes you think they could actually do it?
Well, I mean, they do have, a tough game against the Eagles coming up. That's going to be rough.
Yeah, divisional rival. Always tough.
But then they've got Washington, and they already beat Washington once, right?
Right.
And, don't forget, they close out the season against the Giants again.
Okay.
So that's 3 divisional games.
Right.
If they could snag some wins there.
I mean, who knows? If they get a little bit of momentum going, maybe they surprise us. Momentum, exactly. Speaking of momentum, how about rookie DeMarvion Overshown?
Yeah.
I mean, that pick 6 on Thanksgiving, that was a statement.
Oh, absolutely.
Not just making tackles, changing the game, like
Yeah.
a real impact.
Huge.
It really was. And Micah Parsons, even, he was talking about Overshown after the game. And, Micah, he called him a future all-pro, Pro Bowl type player.
Wow, that's high praise.
Yeah, I mean, that's coming from Micah Parsons. That's got to mean something.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, how do you think this is going to change their defensive strategy going forward? Is this going to shake things up? And even Overshown himself, like after the interception, he was talking about, kicking in some nitrous.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I mean, he got the confidence.
He does. He's got that swagger.
But can he back it up, consistently? What do you think? What's his potential?
Well, the talent, the raw talent is definitely there.
For sure.
So now it's about turning that, into consistent performance.
Yeah.
Week in and week out.
Week in and week out.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it wasn't just Overshown. Rico Dowdle having his first 100-yard game.
Oh, yeah, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal. And especially, right, with Tony Pollard still out,
Absolutely.
that ankle sprain. So, I mean, that shows some depth they have at running back.
It really does. And, it kind of raises a question like, how are they going to respond to adversity? I mean, we saw it with Dowdle stepping up, but, then there's CeeDee Lamb.
Right.
He might have re-injured himself.
Potentially re-injured.
And that adds, a whole nother layer of uncertainty.
Yeah, I mean, that was a real downer, otherwise a really positive night.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess what are we looking at for his return, timeline-wise, and how do you think they're going to adjust offensively while he's out?
Well, tough to say on the timeline without knowing how serious the re-injury is. We should be hearing more about that soon, hopefully. But if he is out for a while, it's going to put a lot of pressure on the other receivers.
For sure.
Guys like Michael Gallup and Jalen Tolbert, they're going to have to step up.
Big time.
Yeah.
And, this injury, it really makes you think, are they going to have to prioritize a receiver even higher in the upcoming draft? What do you think?
It definitely makes it more of a pressing need now.
Yeah.
I mean, they were probably already looking at wide receiver prospects,
Yeah.
but, now it could be a top priority.
Yeah, first round maybe.
Potentially.
So Jerry Jones, he did mention seeing improvement in the team, which, for Jerry, that's saying something.
Yeah, he doesn't always hand out compliments.
He does not. But, I mean, let's be real. Even with the win, there's still a lot of work to do.
Absolutely.
Long way to go.
One win, even on Thanksgiving, it doesn't erase everything.
Oh, for sure.
But it gives them something to build on, right?
Yeah,
That's what we'll be watching as the season goes on.
absolutely. Can they keep that momentum going?
Exactly. And, We got to talk about the elephant in the room.
Oh, here we go.
Coach Prime rumors.
Oh, yeah.
Even Brett Favre, Hall of Famer, he thinks Deion Sanders would be good in Dallas.
Deion Sanders, prime time.
Prime time, yeah. Two-time Super Bowl champ, Hall of Famer, and doing great, as a college coach.
Yeah.
So is this legit, or is this just like, people talking?
It would be huge. Prime time and Big D. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But with Jerry, anything's possible, right?
That's true.
Do you actually see this happening?
It's hard to say. I mean, you've got a big name like Deion, a team like the Cowboys.
Right.
They're always in the spotlight. There's going to be rumors.
Always.
But, you also got to think about who's coaching now.
McCarthy, yeah.
He's got a contract, right?
Yeah.
And Deion, he's committed to Colorado.
Yeah, he's doing well there.
So, a lot of moving parts.
We'll have to see.
Yeah.
Speaking of moving parts, what about the fans?
Oh, yeah. How could we forget?
We saw some of those reactions on SportsBiter Cowboys General channel.
Oh, yeah. I saw that.
It was classic.
Sure.
Some people are like, okay, maybe this is it. Maybe we're back.
Right. Cautious optimism.
Then you've got the diehards. They're like, Super Bowl, here we come.
They're already planning the parade.
Of course, you've got the folks who are like, Jerry's going to mess it up somehow,
Skeptical, as always.
It's a roller coaster of emotions, right?
It really is. But, it's kind of cool to see how much they care.
Oh, yeah.
For some fans, this win gives them hope.
Yeah.
For others, it's just another chapter in the Cowboys saga.
It's true. And, speaking of complicated, those Coach Prime rumors, they definitely add to that whole saga. Do you think this win changes anything? Does it make the Cowboys a better landing spot for Deion?
Maybe. I mean, winning always helps, right?
For sure.
But I think the bigger thing is, is there going to be a change in Dallas?
Yeah, good point.
Like, can they really win with McCarthy? Do they need a shakeup?
That's what fuels those rumors. Exactly.
Okay, so you listening right now, what do you think?
We've come a long way, haven't we? From, breaking down the game itself to talking about playoffs and the draft and even coaching changes.
It's crazy how much one game can, shift the whole narrative, you know?
Absolutely. It really makes you think, is this a turning point for the Cowboys? What's next?
So many questions. And that's what we want you thinking about, you know? We've given you the info, shown you the different sides of it.
Perspectives.
Now it's up to you to decide what it all means.
Exactly. Where do you stand on all of this? Are you buying into this playoff talk?
Are you worried about Lamb?
What about Coach Prime? Is that just a rumor or is there something real there?
And don't stop with us, Go back, check out those SportsBiter comments again, read those articles, really dig in.
Yeah, get those critical thinking skills working.
We've given you the tools, now use them. Build your own opinions, What's your prediction? How's this season going to end? Are you feeling optimistic?
Or are you a little pessimistic? Only time will tell, right? But hey, maybe you'll be the one to predict it.
You never know.
That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
That's what makes it the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us in this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.